Hello everyone, this is Ronnie and I wanted to take you through my weight loss journey so far. And I don't know if I've been through the whole story. Like, I went on a raw vegan diet in 2011, 2012, and after about 6 months or 9 months or maybe a year on the diet, whatever, I was down at my lowest, probably got down to my lowest weight ever, around about 140 pounds, something like that. And I never really weighed myself much at the time, didn't really know what I started at, didn't really know how much I lost, wasn't really concerned or interested in weight, had never really been overweight in my life, so never really thought about it. But I gradually started some bad habits that led me to gradually put on weight over time. Started to eat a higher fat raw diet, was including more nuts and seeds and things like that. Started adding avocados. There was a time when I went back to cooked food for about 6 months, and all of that made me put on all this weight. And I always thought that when I go back to raw, like the right way, kind of 80-10-10 and everything, low fat raw, that the weight will I'll just lose all the weight really quickly, and that didn't quite happen. But I want to show you like my journey so far. So we go back to January, and this is where I actually started. At that point, I was 14 stone 3 or 199 pounds. So that's 2018, which is now, is it 2 years ago? Nearly 2 years ago. So I was there. So at that point, I went back to raw, I believe. I think that was what happened. And you can see in that week, or maybe I gave up salt or went back to raw, and immediately lost quite a lot of pounds there. 3 pounds. What is that? Nearly 9 pounds. So that's what happens when you give up cooked food and salt and stuff in one week. You can lose, like, as you can see here, like 9 pounds in a week. But that's not going to continue. But as you can see here, it went down a bit, went down, went back up a bit, went down again. I'm not sure why that went up. I'm not sure why I've got yellow on that. Anyway, went down again, went way back up again, kind of stayed the same, kind of stayed the same, kind of similar, went down, going down a little bit. So you can see it's kind of going up, going down. And at this point, I wasn't trying to lose weight. I was just going on a raw vegan diet, eating as much as I wanted on a raw vegan diet, cutting out nuts and seeds. I think that's basically what I did. Let's try and go along. 2018, March. You can see. So then into May, 13 stone 5. So it's losing the weight, but very slowly. Into July. So now I'm down into the 12 stone range for the first time, 181 pounds. This is still, too heavy. Down to 12 stone, and this is in August. No, sorry. So this line here is what I was predicting I should be, and this line on top is what I was actually at. So let's go back a second just to make sure I'm not. So, no, that's right. So it's a 13 stone, 13 stone 3, 12 stone 13. So had lost like a stone from the start of the year, which is pretty good. From 14 stone 3 at the start of the year. This 12 stone 6 was actually after Woodstock Fruit Festival and Canada Fruit Festival, so that was travelling, probably not been able to eat as much, but also I went to my friend Jim's and he insisted that I do like a 4 or 5 day fast. So that's after a 4 or 5 day fast, and the weight went back on after that 12 stone. So there I was around about the 12, 13, the 13 stone mark, just underneath. But that was quite good for that year because it went down from 14 stone 3, which was kind of bad. So going to the next year, into 2019, and obviously I've not really tracked 2019 very well, just occasionally. So at the start of the year I was 13 stone, which, as I say, is quite good because in the previous year, where did we start at? 14 stone, 199 pounds. So 13 stone. This is without thinking about losing weight, just going on a raw vegan diet, eating as much as I wanted. And let's see, so this February, March, and I think there was a point in this year where I gave up avocados for a while at least. Yeah, in November I cut out avocados. I made a note about that. So that's when I started to go on, just fruit and veg and salads and stuff without avocados, but still maintained the weight actually. Up into February, up into March was around about the same, 13 stone into April. So I wasn't really tracking it very well that year. November I went down to 12 stone 5, and obviously hadn't really tracked it very well, very consistently. So let's go into this year, and the earliest point I weighed myself this year, 12 stone 13. So you can see that I was kind of consistently around the 13 stone mark, but I was coming down sometimes and then going back up sometimes. And this is when I consciously started going, right, okay, I'm going to actually focus on losing weight right now. So started at 181 pounds. A week later went down by 6 pounds. Stayed the same that week. And then down another 2 pounds. Into March, down another 4 pounds. I think that was the week that we travelled and stuff, so wasn't able to eat as much. Then down 1 pound, then down 1 pound, then down 1 pound. So this is where I'm at right now, 165, 11 stone 11. So from where I was at the start, where I was at, so I was at like 199 pounds, now I'm down to 164, 165. So down 34 pounds from when I started, started tracking it. And most of the time I wasn't trying to lose weight, I wasn't doing anything specific, I was just going on a raw vegan diet and cutting out nuts and seeds. And that helped in itself. A lot of people will lose weight on a raw vegan diet when they start off, just because they will eat less calories accidentally. Even if you try and eat as much as you can, as much as you want, you will end up under eating on calories. And that's actually okay. If you've got some weight to lose, that's fine. But if you've not got weight to lose, then you have to learn quickly how to eat enough. And you don't want to do that by eating a lot of fat. You certainly want some fat in your diet, but you don't want it to make up the most of your calories. You want to start learning how to eat more fruit, more sweet fruit, and eat larger meals of sweet fruit. And maybe you want to come to some of the events and get around people that do that, so you can see the kind of volumes that people actually eat. And it's really an abundance kind of a diet. So from here, I probably want to go down. I'm not sure where my perfect weight is. Maybe around 11, maybe a little bit less than that. But I've basically, since February, what I decided was I was going to, when I was back home at least, I went down to 2,000 calories a day, and that's what's led to the weight loss. But now I've over here I've not had like a kitchen scale and different things like that to use, so I've just been on a mango diet basically, and I'm eating basically as much as I want but mangoes, and still losing about a pound a week, so I'm okay with that at the moment. And when I go back to a more varied diet, I'll probably use the scales again and track it a little bit. And I do want to, I know I've mentioned in videos before that I was going to start a weight loss kind of support group. I think this is the key thing that I'm learning about weight loss, is that it's quite a slow process. It's not something that you can't expect to go down, by 3 or 4 pounds or 5 pounds a week. It's just not going to happen. And if you expect that, you're going to be sorely disappointed and you're probably going to give up. It's quite a lot of discipline over a long period of time, but basically that means setting up a new habit and sticking to it. And the problem as well is I could easily put on, a lot of the weight that I've taken off. I could put that back on in a week easily if I wanted to. If I decided to just go to the raw gourmet restaurants and stuff like that and eat as much as I wanted there, like I would easily put on a lot of weight in a week, but you can't lose weight very quickly. So that's the problem that people often have, and they try and go too far with it. They try and restrict too much. They want to go too quick, and it's not about quick. It's about over a long period of time, and that's what's so difficult about it. So that's where I'm at. I'll keep on making some updates like this. If any of you are interested in learning more about the raw vegan lifestyle, you can go to the Fruit Fest. You can come to UK Fruit Fest. You can join our newsletter at fruitfest.co.uk. If you're interested in learning more about the festival, go to fruitfest.co.uk/registration and sign up for the newsletter there. Thank you very much for watching today. Feel free to leave your comments below and share the video with anyone you think it might help. Thank you very much.